5 things that make people lose respect for you. In this video, you will discover what actually happens, how you lose respect, even though you had it before, right? In the last video, I was telling you about how to gain self-respect. And that, of course, goes with like being respected by men. Because what I find is that the women that come to me, they're being liked, but they're not being respected. So let's talk about respect and how to bring that more into your life. Hey, I'm Antia, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man method. And look, this is the channel where we magnetize your man so that the man you want desires and, of course, pursues you forever. Of course, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe for more juicy videos coming your way. And, of course, watch until the very end because I have a surprise bonus for you that you will not want to miss. So let's dive right into the 5 signs that you have lost respect from other people. Number 5 is you're out of queen integrity, right? And that can actually look many different ways. That can look like you're not following through on your words, right? It can also look like you're not honest with yourself. So for example, if someone asks you, like, do you want to go to a Thai restaurant, right? Like a guy that you're interested in, and, you don't tell him that you don't like Thai, right? In that moment, you're out of queen integrity, right? Because a queen is, of course, making sure that she gets her needs met and she advocates for her needs, right? So she really makes sure that what she thinks, what she says, and what she does is in alignment. And when that's not the case, she'll actually speak to it, regardless if she gets the approval from the other person or not, right? So if the man would be like, oh, well, then we have to postpone because I really want to do Thai. Well, then we'd have to postpone because if you really want to eat Thai rather than hanging out with me, then that's that, right? Or like making any compromises that are actually out of integrity, going against your values, right? Oftentimes that can also be spiritual beliefs, political beliefs, world views, right? That are so out of so out of alignment with the other person, and you're totally going like out of your queen integrity. And not only are you losing respect from the other person, but you're also losing respect for yourself because you can't take yourself seriously, right? And then the last piece is like when you laugh when something is not funny. So visualize yourself on a date and maybe you share something that's not necessarily comfortable to share, right? So, and maybe it makes you sad. But instead of actually feeling the sadness and allowing the impact to land in the man's body, what you do is you actually laugh it over. You make sort of a joke out of it. You're like, let's lighten things up. It's not that serious. That will also make you lose respect from other people because they can feel that something is off. Number 4, you talk behind people's backs. Now, this is really interesting, right? Because what we usually say is like how you treat other people. That's then a preview of how you treat me. So then I can expect, okay, so you're going to talk behind my back because what would keep you from that? Also, it really shows that you are sort of like, it shows a lot about your character, right? Like, it's like, that I don't want to say like you're necessarily vindictive, but there's definitely like a mean spirit inside of you, and you're actually like a gossiper and you can't be trusted. And also like you're focusing more on other people than focusing on yourself. You talk for focusing more on people than focusing on ideas. All of that makes people in general lose respect for you, right? Because, who wants to be part of the gossip campaign, so to say, for long periods of time? Not many people, because to be honest, if you really feel into sort of like the energy of gossip, it doesn't feel good. There's like sort of this yucky feeling like, ooh, ugh. No, makes me shake, right? I don't want to have anything to do with that. So keep your thoughts to yourself, right? And if you don't have anything good to say, then don't say anything at all or say directly to the person. Number 3, you never admit to mistakes, right? So if you always have to be right at any cost, even though everybody else knows that there's like, you made a mistake, right? Like you messed up. And I mean, everyone does here or there, right? Like we're all humans, But if you can't admit to that, you will quickly lose respect from other people because they will unconsciously know that there must be an insecurity inside of yourself. Because why would you not admit to a mistake that's obviously a mistake that everybody agrees was a mistake? However, if you're able to admit to the mistake, you gain the respect from the other person again, right? Because you're actually indirectly respecting them, right? Apologizing, making amends, right? And just really making it right and being willing to be wrong so that you can have actually long-term connection with that particular person. Number 2 is being disrespectful of others. And this goes back to talking behind people's backs, right? Or, interrupting them, being rude, being inconsiderate, consistently, intentionally, all those things, right? Like being just disrespectful for them, being condescending, being arrogant, all those things, like being disrespectful of others, because then you of course lose the respect from them because they don't respect somebody who treats them like crap, right? Like, of course not. Why would they do that? They will actually distance themselves from you, and meaning you will have less influence over them, right? So that's basically what respect means too, right? It's like you actually have influence over them, but you don't have influence over them if you disrespect them. And finally, number 1, you are a show off, right? It's all about you, right? Like what the new car that you just bought, the new house that you just bought, the vacation that you just went on. It's all about you. And again, you know that only insecure people show off, right? Like secure people, they don't show off. You know why? Because they don't need the validation from the external world. They just don't. So like the most secure people, they actually enjoy their wealth or their friendships or their abundance or whatever it is, their love, right? In silence, right? They don't need to show up for that. And they actually don't want to have other people's energy in their lives. So they're actually more private, right? So for example, if you know you have blonde hair or if you know you have brunette hair, right? You don't need to tell everyone that you have blonde hair or that you have brunette hair. Like you don't need to, right? Because you know that. It's like an unconscious, like knowing, right? It's not even a competence. It's like literally just, it. So you're like, huh? Why would I do that? It would be like telling people that you just took a breath, right? Like, why would you do that? Like, of course you just took a breath. And so there's like this of courseness about it when you're secure. However, when you're insecure, you have this need to show off because the reason why you accumulated all this wealth is actually so you could show off, is actually so you could get the sort of superficial respect and adoration from people who focus on the surface. Now, before I go into my bonus point, let me know, how has someone lost your respect, right? What have they done? Let me know in the comment section. And lastly, like how you lose trust from others is when they lose trust. It's really important, right? Like if somebody, people don't respect you if they don't trust you. And makes sense, right? Because they obviously rely on you, they lean on you. And if they can't trust you, if they know, you know what I mean, this person is going to collapse, this person is going to talk behind my back, this person is not going to go follow through, then they will lose respect for you. Now, if you want to learn a powerful psychological trigger on how to make any man desire you, then hop on over to triggersdesire.com or simply pop in the link in the description as well. And if you haven't done so already, watch next. When a man deeply loves you, he will start saying these 5 things. Lots of love to you, ladies, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.